War. War never changes. Those words have echoed across the wasteland, reflected in the actions of multiple factions, all fighting for their vision to rebuild post-apocalypse America. Tonight, the Wasteland Theatre Company presents Coriolanus, one of Shakespeare's later works and final tragedies. With adaptations done by Northern Harvest, we will tell the story of Caius Marcius, a knight in the Brotherhood of Steel and his battles with raiders, the Brotherhood Council, the people he is sworn to protect, and his own pride. Special thanks to J-Star for being our camera and hosting us, the cast and crew for all their efforts, and Northern Harvest for being the catalyst to all these people coming together. So, without further ado, we present Coriolanus.
Boo, we're starving! We want food! We want food!
We're starving!
Stop Brotherhood tyranny!
We want freedom!
You are all resolved to die, rather than to famish?
Resolved!
Resolved, would you proceed, especially against Caius Marcius?
Against him first. He's a very dog to the commonalty.
Consider you what services he has done for his country?
Knight Marcius is chief enemy to the people. Kill him. We'll have corn at our own price. Those soft-conscious men can be content to say it was for his country. He did to please his mother, and to be proud. The leanness that afflicts us, the object of our misery, is an inventory to particularize their abundance. Our sufferance is a gain to them. Let us revenge this with our pikes, ere we become rakes. For the gods know I speak this in hunger for bread, not in thirst for revenge.
Soft! Who comes here?
What works, my countrymen, in hand? Where go you with bats, clubs? The matter, speak, I pray you.
Worthy Menenius, one that hath always loved the people. They suffer us to famish, and their storehouses crammed with grain. If the scorched eat us up not, they will, and there's the love that they bear us.
I tell you, friends, most charitable care have the Brotherhood for you, for your wants, your suffering in this dearth. You may as well strike at the heavens with your staves as lift them against the Brotherhood.
What's the matter, you dissentious rogues? That, rubbing the poor itch of your pinion, make yourselves scabs. What would you have, you curs, that like not peace nor war? The one affrights you, the other makes you proud. He that trusts to you that should find you lions, finds you hares, where foxes, geese. You are no surer, no, than is the coal of fire upon the ice, or hailstone in the sun. Who deserves greatness deserves your hate, and your affections are a sick man's appetite, who desires most that which would increase his evil. You cry against the noble brotherhood, who under the gods keep you in awe, which else would feed on one another. What's their seeking?
For corn, at their own rates, whereof they say the city is well stored.
They say there's corn enough. And with your whining, you were granted scribes to defend your vulgar wisdoms. Scribe Brutus and Scribe Sicinius' death.
This is strange.
Go! Get you home, you fragments! Get! Don't even try.
Where is Caius Marcius?
Here. What's the matter?
There is news, sir. The Crater Raiders are in arms!
I am glad on it. Then we shall have means to vent our musty superfluity.
Marcius, 'tis true that the Crater Raiders are in arms.
They have a leader, Tullus Aufidius. I sin in envying her nobility. And were I anything but what I am, I would wish me only she.
Have you fought together?
Yes, she is a lion that I am proud to hunt.
Then, worthy Marcius, attend to these wars.
The raiders have much corn. Take these settler rats thither to gnaw their garners.
Was ever a man so proud as Marcius?
He has no equal.
We were chosen scribes for the people.
Marks you his lip and eyes? The present war devours him. He has grown too proud to be so valiant. Let's along.
I have a letter here. It reads, Marcius, your old enemy, who is of the Brotherhood, worse hated than of you, leads on this preparation. Consider.
Our armies in the field. We have never yet made doubt, but the Brotherhood was ready to answer us.
If we and Knight Marcius chance to meet, 'tis sworn between us we shall ever strike, till one can do no more.
My son Marcius. His wife frets over him so. If he were my husband, I should freely rejoice in that absence wherein he won honor, than in the embracements of the bed where he would show most love. As a boy, to the first cruel war I sent him, from whence he returned, his brows bound with oak. I tell thee, I sprang not more in joy at first, hearing he was a man-child, than now, in first seeing he had proved himself a man. And if he had died, hear me profess sincerely, had I a dozen sons, each in my love alike, and none less dear than my good Marcius, I had rather had 11 die nobly for the Brotherhood, than one voluptuously surfeit out of action.
Come on, my fellows! He that retires, I'll take him for a raider, and shall feel mine edge!
The Brotherhood are beat back to their trenches.
Fuck! Fuck! Call the contagion of the South right on you, you shame of the Brotherhood! You heard of boils and plagues plaster you o'er, that you may be abhorred farther than seen, and one affect another against the wind a mile. You souls of peace that bear the shapes of men, how have you run from slaves that age would beat? Pluto and hell. All hurt behind, backs red, face pale with fright. rescued field. Mend and charge home, or by the fires of heaven, I'll leave thee for foe and make my wars on you. Look to it! Come on! If you'll stand fast, we'll beat them to their wives as they us to our trenches. Follow.
The raiders fly. Marcius enters the gates. Marcius is shut in.
Following the flyers at the very heels. With them he enters, who upon the sudden clap to their gates. He is himself alone to answer all the crater.
Oh, me alone. Make you a sword of me? None of you but me is able to bear against the great Aufidius, a shield as hard as hers. March on, my fellows.
Marcius, we have at disadvantage fought and did retire to win our purpose.
Set me directly against the raider leader, Aufidius. If any such be here that loves this blood painting you see me smeared, if any fear lesser his person than an ill report, if any think brave death outweighs bad life, and that the Brotherhood's dearer than himself, wave thus to express his disposition, and follow Marcius. Aufidius! I'll fight with none but thee, for I do hate thee worse than a promise breaker.
We hate alike. Fix thy foot.
Aufidius, alone I fought in your crater walls, and made what work I pleased. 'Tis not my blood, wherein thou seest me masked.
Wert thou Hector? That was the whip of your braggart progeny. Thou shouldst not escape me here. Officious and not valiant. You have shamed me in your condemned seconds.
A retreat is sounded. The raiders withdraw. A sound victory. Be it known that Knight Marcius for what he did before the raider walls. We shall soon call him Paladin Coriolanus.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin Coriolanus.
The augur tells me we shall have news tonight.
Good or bad?
Nature teaches beasts to know their friends.
Pray you, who does the wolf love?
The lamb.
I, to devour him, as the hungry settlers would the noble Marcius.
He's a lamb, indeed, that baws like a bear.
He's a bear, indeed, that lives like a lamb. You two are old men. Tell me one thing that I shall ask you. In what enormity is Marcius poor in that you two have not in abundance?
He's poor in no one fault, but stored withal, especially in pride.
You talk of pride? Oh, that you could turn your eyes toward the napes of your necks and make but an interior survey of your good selves. You are ambitious for poor knaves, caps and legs. All the peace you make in their cause is calling both the parties knaves. You are a pair of strange ones. Welcome back to Fort Atlas, renowned Paladin Coriolanus.
No more, it does offend my ear.
Look, your mother.
Up, my gentle Marcius. And what is it? Paladin? Coriolanus? There is one thing wanting, which the Brotherhood will cast upon thee, to seek approval for the title from the people.
Please refrain from that or trampling the flowers.
On the sudden I warrant him a paladin.
Then our office may during his power go sleep. Were he to stand for Paladin, never would he appear in the Foundation's marketplace, nor on him put the napeless vestures of humility. To the people beg their stinking breaths.
That's right.
So it must fall out to him, or our authorities for an end. We must suggest the settlers in what hatred he still hath held them, that he would have made them mules and dispropertied their freedoms.
Please desire the present elder to report that worthy work performed by Knight Marcius Coriolanus.
We have hearts inclinable to advance the theme of our assembly.
We shall be blessed to do it, if he remember a kinder value of the people than he hath hereto.
He loves your people, but not to be their bedfellow. Elder Cominius, speak.
Sit, Coriolanus. Never shame to hear what you have nobly done.
Your honors, pardon. I had rather have one scratch my head in the sun than idly sit to hear my nothings monstered.
The deeds of Coriolanus should not be uttered feebly. He fought beyond the marks of others. In the crater, he stopped the flyers, made the coward turn terror into sport, and till we called field and city ours, he never stood to ease with panting.
The Brotherhood are pleased to make thee Paladin. It remains you to speak to the people.
I beseech you, let me o'erleap that custom.
Pray you, go fit the custom and take to you, as your predecessors have, your honor with your form.
It is a part that I shall blush in acting. To brag unto them, thus I did, and thus. Show them the unaching battle scars as if I had received them for the hire of their breath only.
Do not stand upon't. To our noble Paladin we wish joy and honor.
See how he intends to use the people.
Ooh.
We're starving! We're hungry!
Ooh, give us food!
Give us
We want the
rain!
food!
Down with the
Ooh.
Brotherhood!
Down! Shame on you!
Your voices! For your voices I have fought. Watched for your voices. For your voices bare of wounds 24 odd. Battles thrice 6 I have seen and heard of. For your voices have done many things. Some less, some more. Your voices. Indeed, I would be Paladin.
He has done nobly and cannot go without any honest man's voice. Therefore, let him be Paladin. He has our voices, sir. He did not mock us.
Did you perceive he did solicit you in contempt when he did need your loves? Tell friends, they chose a paladin that will from them take their liberties. Lay fault on us, your scribes, that you cast election on him.
He's not confirmed. We may deny him yet.
Saw you, Aufidius. Ooh, I wish I had a cause to oppose her hatred fully. Behold! The scribes of the common mouth.
The people cry you mocked them.
Why should I be Paladin? Make me your fellow scribe. As for my country, I have shed my blood, so shall my lungs coin words against those measles.
You speak of the people as if you were a god to punish.
When two authorities are up, neither supreme, how confusion may enter twixt the gap of both. To give forth the corn of the storehouse gratis, as 'twas used in Greece, they nourished disobedience, fed the ruin of the state. Break ope the locks of Fort Atlas, and bring in the crows to peck the eagles.
Spoken like a traitor. People, you are at the point to lose your liberties. Marcius, whom would have all from you, Marcius, whom you named for Paladin.
Bear him to the rock.
No, I'll die here.
You are too absolute. Honor and policy do grow together. Be ruled. Although thou rather follow thine enemy into a fiery gulf than flatter him.
Must I give my noble heart a lie? Possess me some harlot spirit?
Thy valiantness thou suck'st from me, but oh thy pride, thyself.
Be content. Mother, I'll mountebank their loves.
Do your will.
Shall I be charged no further thus? I am content.
Citizens, the service he has done, consider. Do not take his rougher accents for malicious sounds.
We charge you that you have contrived to wind yourself into power tyrannical, for which you are a traitor to the people.
How? Call me their traitor?
To the rock with him!
But since he hath served well, for the Brotherhood.
In the name of the people, we banish him from the Brotherhood.
It shall be so! It shall be so!
You, common cry of curs, whose breath I hate as reek of the cranberry bog, whose loves I prize as the dead carcasses of unburied men that do corrupt my air. I banish you! Who had the power to banish your defenders, till at length your ignorance steal your own foes? I turn my back. There is a world elsewhere.
Our enemy is banished! The gods preserve our noble scribes!
Whence comest thou, thy name?
A name unmusical to raiders' ears. Caius Marcius Coriolanus, in mere spite to my banishers stand I before thee. Make my misery serve thy turn, for I will fight against my cankered brotherhood. If thou darest not this, I present my throat to thy ancient malice.
Marcius, each word thou hast spoke weeded from my heart a root of ancient envy. Let me twine mine arms about that body. I have nightly dreamt of encounters twixt thyself and me. We have been down together in my sleep, unbuckling helms, fisting each other's throats, and waked half dead with nothing. If thou wilt have the leading of thine own revenges, take half my commission, since thou knowest thy country's strengths and weakness. whether to knock against the gates of Fort Atlas, or rudely visit them in parts remote to fright them ere destroy. But come in, come in, 1,000 welcomes, and more a friend than e'er an enemy. Welcome.
Pray, your news? If Marcius joined with raiders.
If? He is their god, and they will follow him against us.
We are all undone, unless the noble man have mercy.
Who shall ask it? The scribes cannot do it for shame. The people deserve such pity of him as the wolf does of the shepherds.
I have not the face to say, beseech you, cease.
You have brought trembling upon the wasteland, such as was never so incapable of help.
Say not we brought it.
Was it we? We, like cowardly nobles, gave way unto your clusters. You cast your stinking caps in hooting at Coriolanus' exile. If he could burn us all, we have deserved it.
When I said banish him, I said 'twas pity.
Ye goodly voices.
Gods, be good to us. Let's home. I said we were in the wrong when we banished him.
I do not like this news.
He bears himself proudlier than when I first did embrace him. He'll be to the Brotherhood as is osprey to fish, by sovereignty of nature. Our virtues lie in the interpretation of time. One fire drives out another fire. Rights by rights falter. When, crater, Fort Atlas is thine, then thou art mine.
The gods love thee no worse than thy old Paladin Menenius does. Thou art preparing fire for us. I come to conjure thee to pardon the Brotherhood.
Mine ears against your shoots are stronger than your gates against my force. Another word, Paladin Menenius. I will not hear thee speak. This, Aufidius, was my beloved in the wasteland. Yet, thou beholdst.
You keep constant temper.
Embassies from state nor friends will I lend ear to. Shall I be tempted to infringe my vow in the same time 'tis made? Bond and privilege of nature break. My mother bows. Like a dull actor, I forgot my part. I beseech you, peace. Do not bid me dismiss my soldiers, or capitulate again with the Brotherhood's mechanics. Forgive my tyranny, but do not say forgive our Brotherhood.
We have nothing else to ask, but that which you deny already. Yet, we will ask.
Aufidius, mark. Your request?
How thy sight makes the mother see the son tearing his country's bowels out. Whereto are we bound together with thy victory? Whereto are we bound? Alack, or we must lose the Brotherhood, our nurse, or thy person, our comfort, our wish? Which side should win? For either thou must as a raider recreant be led with miracles through our streets, or else triumphantly tread on the Brotherhood's ruin, and bear the palm for having bravely shed thy wife and children's blood. If I cannot persuade thee rather to show a noble's grace to both parts than seek the end of one, thou shalt no sooner march to assault the Brotherhood than to tread on thy mother's womb that brought thee to this world.
I have rested too long.
Nay, go not from us thus. If it were so that our request did tend to save the Brotherhood, thereby to destroy the raiders whom you serve, you might condemn us as poisonous of your honor. Oh, our suit is that you reconcile them. While the raiders may say, this mercy we have showed. The Brotherhood, this we have received. Either side shall all hail thee for this peace. Son, if thou conquer Fort Atlas, the benefit thou shalt reap is a name daubed with curses. Coriolanus longs more pride than pity to our prayers.
Oh, Mother, Mother, what have you done? Behold, the heavens do ope, the gods look down, and this unnatural scene they laugh at. Mother, you have won a happy victory to the Brotherhood. Aufidius, though I cannot make thy wars, I'll frame convenient peace. Were you in my stead, would you have heard a mother less, or granted less?
I was moved withal.
Lord, the traitor in the highest degree hath abused your powers.
Traitor? How now?
I, traitor Marcius, think I'll grace thee with thy stolen name, Coriolanus, in the crater? He hath betrayed our business and given up for certain drops of salt. Boo-hoo! Your Fort Atlas. I say your Fort Atlas. To his mother, breaking his oath and resolution like a twist of rattan silk. At his nurse's tears, oh, he whined and roared away your victory.
Hearest thou, Mars?
Name not that god, thou boy of tears, thou mama's boy.
Measureless liar, thou hast made my heart too great for what contains it. Boy! Cut me to pieces, raiders, boy! If you had writ your annals true, 'tis there that like an eagle and dove coat, I fluttered your raiders in crater. Alone I did it. Boy! Oh, that I had 6 Aufidiuses to use my lawful sword.
Insolent villain!
I die. I die. Thus ends Coriolanus.
My rage is gone. And I'm struck with sorrow. Take him up. Though this the crater he hath widowed and unchilded, yet he shall have a noble memory. Assist!
thank you for tuning in to our production of Coriolanus. Thank you again to J-Star and Northern Harvest and the cast and the crew for all their efforts and their time given. I didn't really watch it, but thanks to anyone who donated to St. Jude. That's always awesome.
I have to tell you, Bram, we have raised $1,085 for Fallout for Hope with your efforts today.
Get out of here! Are you serious? Whoa, chat, that is awesome!
Thanks, everybody.
A whole bunch of friends and one
Thank you
anonymous
so
very
much.
large donation added all up. Just some amazing love and support, not just on the donations, but in chat.
Thank you, J-Star. Thank you, Thor. Thank you, Spooky.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Let's all get in here.
And any audience that wants to come on.
Yeah, anybody that's here, just come on. We gotta get our picture. Northern, quit trying to hide in the back.
I know. My Coriolanus is in your way.
Enos.
There we go.
Amazing. I took like 50 pictures.
Fantastic. You guys, stick around. We have some credits to go. Of course, donations are still open if anyone cares to donate.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much, people.
Thank you all.
Appreciate it. Love you all.
GG's.
Thank you.
Until next time.